What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on last year's national champion, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Hurricanes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Good timing on the quick out. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
That's caught. It's Smith. Still running at the 40. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running into the open space. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Looking for a man. It's back. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He wants to go deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Hands it off. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
To the air on second down. Bringing the heat. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is good.
He's got it up to 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! The extra point here would tie the game. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Now facing a third and long. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Caught close to the marker. It's Smith. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. Quarterback making checks. On third down, going up top. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it up for 48.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the tight end. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
So now it's 2nd and long. This time on target. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, we knew coming into tonight they were going to try to find this guy throwing the ball. I had no idea it was going to be this successful this early. Guys, he's closing in on 100 receiving yards. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. He has been an absolute force.
To the ground and try to pick up the first. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's 4th down. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He got loose and it was lights out after that.
And man, that play looked a little bit too easy. 4th down, big situation. Got to get up on these receivers and make it difficult. He gets the football right away, gets all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his tight end. There he goes. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. The Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. And the Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The run from the shotgun. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. To the air. It's Beck. Here's the pressure. With the catch, it's Johnson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And the Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Looking downfield on first down. Got the quick pass. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man. It's Bauman. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freezed the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over Kent State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On the run, it's Peoples. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Sayin. He unleashes a long one. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Hurricanes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's back. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. When the guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. On the move. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. The Canes get enough to move the chains. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a 4th down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. 4th down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
Now the pitch. Fighting off the defender. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Canes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking for a gap. It's Fletcher. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Beck. Makes the grab, it's Fletcher. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. He'll do it himself on the draw. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Pressure coming. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the back. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He's taking the shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Taking it the other way. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
A strike downfield. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Great spot to attack there right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Beck. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And no one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's back. Rushes on him. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback, and they're able to come away with a pick.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
The coaching staff defensively, they harp on this unit to be more physical, to fly to the football and gang tackle. You're seeing all of that in this game. That's why they're one of the best run defenses in the nation.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Back to throw, it's Sayin. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Western Michigan is going to walk off the field there inside Waldo Stadium with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And the Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. You get a guy who can do that on the outside and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars that the Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can...
Turning on the Jets. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Beck. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the first.
The Hurricanes trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Miami! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. To throw, it's Sayin. Got his man quickly. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. They got to keep that up here in the second half.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You can tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive gain right away.
Might be calling a hot route. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Peoples. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Pocket breaking down. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the third quarter will wrap up with a big sack.
Miami, 31, Ohio State, 17.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that fourth down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Gives it on the option. Trucks through the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's back. Fakes to grab. Out of bounds. downs after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They'll try to pound their way in. He's not going to make it. What a job on this defense to stop him in his tracks.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hasn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
Head coach going to keep the offense on the field and go for it on 4th and goal. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Touchdown, Caves! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Yeah, and it's 4th and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on 4th and goal and gets the touchdown.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Makes the catch, it's Peoples. Got room at the 35. That one could really put this drive into high